Hey, so I feel like it's time we have a talk
Let's not, and let's be fair here. We're not going to learn anything, you know, informative from you.
about something that's been pretty transparent on YouTube for a long time, but a lot of us don't seem to want to admit it. I'm noticing a significant difference between the conversations I have on Discord that are not broadcasted versus the conversations that are.
Greg, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. Nobody cares what you have to say at this point, besides the people that, don't want to look at the evidence shown about you and you being a creepy little, you know.
When I broadcast a Discord conversation, I used to do it on my Twitter. I think I went to YouTube as well. We would have people jumping in, dropping the N word, or saying something, hey, everyone, look at me, kind of like that. Like where they jump in and they say something really mean to troll. But when it's not broadcasted, it just seems so rare that someone actually comes in and says anything provocative.
Well, let's face it, Greg. In terms of your Discord conversation, since we had to listen to some of it through one of our videos, um, let's be fair here. The conversation with you and your fans is kind of like an echo chamber. They're only going to repeat the same things that you repeat because they're fans of you. And they're not going to listen to what anybody else has to say because they don't want to hear the hard truth that Greg is a creepy little individual.
uh, as far as hateful messages go. And I'm kind of noticing, like, socially, how drunk on themselves people are, because when you look at YouTube channels, they will say whatever they can to get them views and money.
Um, so I would have to say it's more people like you, Greg, that do that. Considering that whenever you get any negative attention, let's say if you're talking about politics or if you're talking about a certain topic, you get any negative attention, then you spin the narrative as if you're on their side, and then you get other people that are angry with you because they're the opposite side. So then you switch back, and you keep switching back and forth till eventually people see through your crap and realize that you don't believe in anything. You're a hypocrite when it comes to believing in feminist values. You are a hypocrite and a liar when it comes to claiming yourself to be an egalitarian, which I want to point out, that's for equality for everyone, not feminism, you idiot. But all in all, on the just on the first chance you get, if you get negative attention, you try to spin the narrative. Kind of like what you're doing now when it comes to trying to push the focus off of yourself, who at this point is being gated by Chris Hansen, has been contacting Pierce County, who apparently has, I guess, spoken with them. And there has been several criminal investigations against you, which I'm hoping that there's a, conclusion to that pretty soon. Not wishing ill will towards you. Don't want you dead. I would never wish death on somebody. But I'm hoping that something like that has a conclusion. But all in all, no, Greg, not everybody does that. That's you.
And you could say, well, that's a leap, that's an exaggeration. And the more you explore this concept, the more you realize how true it is, at least from the perspective of somebody who's either on the receiving end of something nonsensical or even impartially.
You gotta love these videos where Greg is just constantly talking out of his ass, just keeps spewing this BS. And bottom line, he never gives any examples as to what he's trying to say, what he's trying to claim people to be. I mean, dude, if you're gonna, say what we are, what you think we are, give some examples, damn it. Don't freaking, do this whole vague crap. Because then it just makes you look stupid.
You see people take something that is, a molehill, and they'll make a mountain out of it, whatever the issue is. And it's crazy to me because when you go to people on, say, Discord privately, or you talk to people in real life, they don't talk to you the same way. They don't talk about you the same way. They're normal, healthy people, but the moment you monetize it, the moment you broadcast it, public Twitter profiles versus people who are just talking, one-on-one, there's a night and day difference between human interactions.
Ironically, this is coming from Mr. Hello, I'm Onision, I'm fake as fuck guy.
And so it's kind of like the same reason why you don't elect a president that owns a company which he could dump tons of money into.
Seriously, again, I'm not a fan of Trump, but what's that got to do with the current conversation of you trying to claim that people are fake in some interactions but not fake in others? I'm not seeing the comparison here.
Like, that's typically why we would have that policy. It's because there's this overwhelming bias, and you can't expect people to think clearly when there's a attention or a monetary incentive.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready? Ready!
So when you see like maybe a news channel, a commentary channel, opinion channel, anything like that, when you see those monetized, you're no longer saying, what is this person's honest opinion? What really happened in the news? You're now looking at someone who is getting paid more the more ridiculous they are.
Dude, I think Stevie said it best, and I've said this time and time again. We're not a hive mind. People that make videos on you or other people, they have their reasons for making the videos. Yes, some people just do it for money. Some people do it because they care about the topic. Some people have probably had some experience with an individual just as scummy as you are, so they proceed to make videos giving their opinions and experience on the topic. Not everybody is like you, Greg, where they sell their soul to make content. Not to mention throw out any morality, considering the fact that right now you're being investigated by not just Chris Hansen, but the FBI, and more likely the Pierce County Police Department for being a freaking groomer. Wait, sorry. Alleged groomer. Till you're convicted.
I'll say it again. When someone is monetized, you are looking at someone who is getting paid more the more ridiculous they are. So the more extravagant, the more fantasy-based, the more showman a person can be, the more money they typically are going to make.
Now, just out of curiosity, since you're claiming that everything that is said through the commentary community is quote-unquote fantasy, I have to ask, is the police report of your child falling out of a 2-story window fake? Are you going to try to blow that over saying, oh, that never happened? And I have to agree with Stevie, because I just watched the Chris Hansen and Stevie Wolf interview, and I gotta agree with freaking Stevie when it comes to, with your daughter, your, at the time, 2-year-old daughter, fell out of a 2-story window, head injury, and more likely is going to live with that for the rest of her freaking life. Why? Because her parents are, at this point, neglectful to their own freaking children.
And when you have this situation, you have corruption, and you have someone who can no longer be honest because they're too blinded by the attention and the money to really think clearly about anything that's happening.
Greg, I know you're trying to make yourself sound intelligent, but let's be perfectly honest here. You are unironically commentating yourself. You realize that, right? You are literally talking about yourself and how you behave in terms of dealing with YouTube and social media and whatnot. I have to ask, how does it feel to be kind of an idiot? I mean, I personally don't want to feel like an idiot, but it seems like you are a complete idiot.
And what's crazy is that you guys fall for it again and again and again. I myself, I was acting fantastic not too long ago. I was acting ridiculous in my videos and I got tons of views for it. You guys rewarded me for acting more and more ridiculous.
You serious?
And you viewed it as reality, so many of you, with your reaction videos. You would make reaction videos where you, in a serious context, were actually thinking it was legitimate.
Not really, dude. I don't know which reaction videos you were responding to, but, a lot of us caught on that it was fake. In fact, assuming that you watched the videos that I did, at some point I was literally saying we're going to respond to this as if it was real, as a sort of hypothetical situation.
And that's why you cannot take anyone who is falling for the sin of greed or vanity seriously. They're so drunk on themselves and the money that they make or the attention that they get that they can't even be received as an honest human being anymore. They're just a person who's dancing on stage in a clown suit.
This guy is fucking stupid!
I hope that one day you guys see my perspective from your own experiences. I hope that you go through some of the things that I've gone through, because we as a species deserve it. We deserve to see how corrupt we are. We deserve to see how full of it we are. We deserve to see who we are. We made this, it is ours, and it's time we own this monster. When you pay people to stretch the truth, to exaggerate, when you pay people and you incentivize people, you reward them with attention, the more hysterical they act, you create a massive lie. And if you believe that lie, you deserve that lie.
So tell me, Greg, instead of trying to just vaguely denounce what people have to say and what people have brought up, why don't you actually give any evidence as to what people are lying about? Oh wait, you can't. Because at this point, at the very least, when it comes to the evidence is against you. And that would clarify you as the liar, you as the manipulator, you as the individual who, let's face it, nobody should be listening to.
You also deserve to learn what it's like to encounter people like you, people who believe in lies, people who overhype everything they can for the sake of making an extra coin. This is who you are, and a lot of us, in order to change, we have to learn these lessons the hard way. I learned the lesson the hard way, and I wish that on all of you, because it's what we deserve. Learn those lessons, grow from them.
Greg, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. There's nothing we can learn from you. There's nothing that you can teach people when it comes to morality, when it comes to what they consider right or wrong. Because in every situation that you've been in for the past 10 years, you've been in the wrong. You have not been insightful, you've not been informative in any way. You've been harmful to community and you've been harmful to people. So you can stop with this scholar guru crap, because nobody is going to fall for it. Alright, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. If you have anything you'd like to add to the conversation, please leave it in the comments down below. Want to follow MJ, Magi, and Aden on gaming streams? Go check them out. If you want to follow us on social media, links are in the description. If you want to follow Sage for his nature walks, which is a lot of fun, go check that out. If you guys want to watch some of the other content that I produce, sometimes I upload between noon and 6 p.m. Pacific time. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. This is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Peace.